Good evening and welcome. Welcome to the third annual What's So Cool About Manufacturing Awards ceremony. My name is Patrick Meese. I'm the Special Projects and Strategic Initiatives Consultant at Chester County Economic Development Council, and also the Co-Director of the Manufacturing Alliance of Chester and Delaware counties. But before we get started, I just want to take a second and honor two people that have really been the drive behind this initiative. Our own Patty Van Cleve and Tracy Oberholzer. Come on out, Tracy. Both right here. Without these two, this would not have happened, so thank you. It's my pleasure to introduce Chris McHenry, Senior Portfolio and Compliance Manager for the Southeastern Economic Development Company of Pennsylvania. He'll be our MC tonight for the awards ceremony. Thank you. Chris?
Hello, everybody. Welcome. It's great to be here tonight with so many people. I did look at the videos. They were fantastic. You guys all did a really wonderful job with this project. As Patrick said, my name's Chris McHenry. I'm with the financing arm of the Chester County Economic Development Council, and I will be hosting you tonight. I guess it's time we'll go ahead and get the ceremony started. We have some great raffles we're going to do as part of the ceremony as well. We're going to look at some vignettes of the videos, and we have some wonderful guests here today. I'd like to start off by introducing my boss, a man that I have a great deal of respect for, that has been active in economic and community development in this county for over 40 years. That I learn from constantly and has been a mentor to many of the businesses and manufacturers here in this county. Please welcome President and CEO of Chester County Economic Development Council, Mr. Gary Smith.
Thank you, Chris, and welcome everybody. And you know what's tonight's a very special night because we're here to celebrate what's so cool about manufacturing. But as I look around and I see this thing, I look at you folks out there and you're trying to anticipate who's going to win and all these various prizes up here. I can tell you what kind of is cool about manufacturing is looking from here back to you folks. You guys out there are what's cool about this county because you take your time, your efforts, your parents, your teachers, your principals, your superintendents have enabled you to get some exposure to possible career futures here in manufacturing in this county. This county is blessed with a diversified group of employers, and we're here tonight to recognize a lot of those companies who opened up their shops to bring you into their companies, that participated with us to make this event occur. So I want to thank those, and most importantly, our sponsors. The sponsors are the ones who financially enable everything to happen. They're the folks that have got their checkbooks out, wrote the checks to enable you to go do the things that you did at these companies and had the fun hopefully you had and the experiences that you can build your lifetime experiences around. And obviously these companies are wonderful partners of this organization. So who am I and what do I do? Chris is really indirectly my boss. We all kind of work for lots of people in our organization, but we are a non-government entity. We're not part of county government, but we were put together back in 1960 by the businesses of this county who came together, a few of the corporate leadership, that said there needs to be an organization that helps grow the economy of the county, that is able to help companies get started. So as you as aspiring business folks who have an interest, want to start a business, everybody has to start somewhere, you come and see us. And over the years I've been able to serve in this organization. I've watched the growth of many, many companies, and many of them are on the board today here, but also many of them are outside this county, and 15,000 companies spread around Chester County. Whether you're going into agricultural farm production or starting an IT company or doing some kind of software design, that's what we do. So in that capacity, the organization's there to really help companies grow and become part of the community, and by growing, they start hiring people, and that's what we're very concerned about, showing opportunities for the vocations of Chester County, the diversification of companies, and we have many of those that are here, and today we celebrate what manufacturing is about. Manufacturing has been kind of tainted as sort of an anti-cool thing, but it isn't. As you've witnessed it, you see the activities that goes into manufacturing today, all different types of skill sets. It's not necessarily a skill of making something, perhaps, from the physical abilities, but understanding what goes into that and being able to handle the global distribution, the financing, the marketing, all the various things, the HR components of handling the people in there and training the people, all that is part of what these companies do. And I really want to tip our hats to all the manufacturers who participate in this wonderful program. So with that, I could go on and talk a little bit more about what the organization does, but in manufacturing is one area we have. We have an area in healthcare industries. We do one in energy and agriculture. We have a lot of collective work that goes on to make sure that companies have the opportunity to come together, collaborate, share problems, and we can help bring solutions together. And they're the organizations that support our organization. So thank you so much for participating, and thank your schools and your parents and others for making this happen today. So it's my pleasure to introduce also another prominent Chester County who has given almost his entire career to public service. And I've had the pleasure of doing this job a long time, and I've known Senator Dinniman for many, many years as a public official of this county who has devoted his life to public service. Working as a county commissioner and working in the state assembly as a state senator here for probably 15, 20 years now, Senator, and has served in many leadership capacities, bridges the aisle from the political scene. There's a political season to everything, but outside of that, Senator has always picked up the mantle of responsibility, regardless of what party affiliation, and make sure that Chester County wins. And he's been very reflective with us over the years, and a good friend of mine, Senator Andy Dinniman. Senator?
Well, good evening, everyone, and Gary and I have been friends for a long time. We're probably the two oldest people around here who've been involved in economic development, and just like Gary, neither of us are ready to stop, all right? Nor should any of you who are sitting out there who are considerably younger than us. The opportunities are there. The world is yours. You just have to figure out what's going on. And fundamentally what's going on is we're in the greatest era of change in all of human history. You know, there's always been change when they invented the gun or when they invented the printing press. But people always had a long time to get used of the change, to make the accommodations economically within companies, within government. But today you're experiencing a rapidity of change which is unknown in human history. And you, as a student, you as a person who wants to have a good future and a prosperous future, has to understand the context in which our economy now exists. The other way that your life is different than any other period in human history is that you're the first generation to ever overcome the barriers of time and place. Think about it for a second. When we do our work now, it can be done virtually, right? Where time and where you are doesn't matter. But you also can do it in physical space. And what you're going to find in your work is you also do it sometimes in both, in hybrid models. But the purpose of saying all this is to let you know that every part of our society is changing, including manufacturing. We can't withdraw from the world and say that American manufacturing is not an essential part of our economy. It is. The jobs are abundant, and we need people who can take those jobs. But get out of your mind the old image of someone simply in a soiled, oil-filled suit doing the work. Today we need people who are bright, people who understand a new technology, people who can work in a collaborative way, young people such as yourself who are able to solve the problems that exist. You see, it's interesting in this aspect, if I can explain something, that we used to make money through what standardization. In other words, you produce more and more of an identical product or service to a larger and larger market. But that's not how it works now. We make money, we manufacture, but we also customize. So we're in the period of what we call mass customization. Now that's important for you to understand. That means, just as Mr. Smith was explaining to you, just Gary explained to you, that the person who does the finance, the person who figures out how to get a product all over the world, the person who figures out how to make that design so you'll buy the product, you know, the person who can figure out that advertising, which might have nothing to do with the product, but have everything to do with a feeling which convinces you to get the product. All right? Those are the people we need in manufacturing. But we also need people on the line. Let me put this together by explaining it this way. When I used to visit what was Lucan Steel, and I went to visit my friends who were steel workers, they had a hot and gritty job. They had to move this steel down the line, get it into the electric oven, you get it somewhere else. That was muscle power, and they did well. But today, we have computerized manufacturing, so that line worker is now a technician. That line worker can customize and change that product. And that line worker is no longer sitting there as a blue-collar worker. That line person is a technician. I chair the Education Committee in the Senate. We had a meeting today with the Department of Education for their budget, with the Secretary of Education. And the unified voice that came from the Senate was, we have to focus in on career education. We have to make students understand that four-year college is important, but so is two-year college, and so is career education. And the fundamental paradigm shift has occurred. A paradigm shift means everything has changed. Everything goes back to zero. We're in a new economy, and for you who are students, new and wonderful opportunities that are out there. And so I'm excited that you did these videos, that you experienced what manufacturing is today. And speaking of videos, the governor made one for you. And you could decide whether you want to give it a prize or not. But it might be better than your videos might be better, but I won't tell him if you think that. But I know that he's excited that any group of students, and that this county has taken the lead in finally saying, let's get real, let's get with it. Let's understand that career education manufacturing is not only cool, but it's the absolutely essential ingredient if we're going to prosper in Pennsylvania and this nation. So with that, the video will go on, and thanks so much.
Hi, I'm Governor Tom Wolf. I want to congratulate all of you for your What's So Cool About Manufacturing student videos. Not only are you getting the wonderful experience of visiting these great manufacturing companies, but your videos are encouraging other students, parents, and communities to explore new opportunities. Having built a business, I understand that companies are only as strong as the people who work there. All of us can be proud of Pennsylvania's workforce. We are 6.4 million hardworking people with the spirit and drive to continue pushing to new heights. Our talented workers are only one of the reasons that Pennsylvania is a top location for manufacturing companies. We're also a day's drive from 4 of the top 10 markets, along with 40% of the U.S. population and 60% of the Canadian population. We're also creating a business-friendly climate and a steady stream of skilled and talented graduates the manufacturing industry needs. Pennsylvania is home to some of the strongest schools in the country, from pre-K through college, and our world-renowned universities and training centers have state-of-the-art resources to prepare the next generation of workers. The Commonwealth is also a leader in STEM education, with 5 nationally recognized STEM ecosystems to educate students, and we rank among the best in the number of STEM graduates. To further help people build their skills, we recently launched the new Manufacturing PA initiative. The job training program will make sure that students have the best possible training to fill the many open jobs that are available. As your videos demonstrated, this is an exciting time in Pennsylvania. Technology and innovation are changing manufacturing, and Pennsylvania is positioned to succeed. I commend each of you for getting a jump start on your own exciting career by learning about manufacturing in Pennsylvania and by participating in this wonderful program. Thank you.
So a thank you to Governor Wolf for the video and the message he sent along to the students. A special thank you to Senator Dinniman, taking time out of his schedule to come help celebrate these videos and the work that the students here have done. At Chester County Economic Development Council, after almost 8 years of being there, I'm still amazed at all the different little things we do. And none of them are really little. They're just parts of the council. And one of the parts is the Manufacturer Alliance of Chester and Delaware County, which is the group of the manufacturers in this region coming together to help each other to excel and become more efficient and more successful. And with that, I would like to introduce a man that I've known personally for 14 years and a It's unbelievable it's gone that quick. Our kids started together in kindergarten, and they are now off to college. From Airzon USA, the chairman of the Manufacturing Alliance, Mr. Ralph Weiser.
All right. A lot of you are a lot taller than me, so let me adjust that real quick. First, 2, 3 thank yous, because I think Chris did a great job introducing some of the key forces, but one force that cannot be omitted is our Courtney Casperson, who has really been elementary in making this event happening. Yeah. And another really important entity is Dennis and Penn State, whoever made it possible for us to have this great facility. And there's a little tie-in too about what we do at the Manufacturing Alliance and how we promote post-secondary education. So it's everyone's worth their while. Third thank you is obviously to Gary, the organization that helped found us, the CCEDC, together with the Work Investment Board, Pat Wolkowitz is here, as well as the Delaware County Community College. If it wasn't for those 3 entities, you wouldn't sit here, because we have an excellent platform to have this Manufacturing Alliance started. The overall vision that we have for the Manufacturing Alliance is that we build the career pipeline into the many of our organizations. And what I mean by that is the Manufacturing Alliance is one of the very few, if not the only entity, that connects schools, post-secondary educators with manufacturers. And whoever has a relative who's gone to college and come back and might be stuck somewhere, these are the people whom we're trying to reach. And we're also trying to obviously make a difference for you, our youth. And while we are at it, I have one element that I'd like to just highlight real quick, or ask you guys to participate, because we have a lot of young folks here, but do we have parents here? With a show of hands, could you just raise your hand? Obviously, awesome. And then, do we have grandparents? Last time we had grandparents. Do we have uncles? There we go. Aunts. No, this is why we're here. We were really trying to make an impact on how companies are being viewed. This is why I invite the kids into our organizations, because this is kind of like the whole point of the whole contest. What's so cool about manufacturing is a nationwide thing, a video contest that invites middle schoolers, high schoolers, 5 to 8 of you. You come into our organizations, you're given them GoPro camera that's sponsored by us, through us, with us, and then you're given full reign over the creativity of generating the video, the editing. So I'm just humbled beyond belief of some of the final, if not all of those final products. It's just absolutely amazing. Also, please realize that you guys have done something for our organizations. We might have given you the gift of you coming into our organization, right? But you're giving our organizations a boost in terms of employee engagement. When 8th graders show up, middle schoolers show up, and all of a sudden you have people who normally would probably not get much attention, and they get the attention of a high school, and they get asked and filmed, and they are supposed to highlight their career. That's a moment that some people might need a little bit of a handkerchief for. Thank you. Thank you for helping us. The overall voting process, or the selection process of the many different, and we have 6 awards, so a lot of you will not go home empty-handed tonight, but there's a rigorous process that vets all these videos for these different categories. We have a lot of volunteer judges that judge you, and then of course the public voting, and I hope your fingers are sore from voting for your schools, which is phenomenal. It's absolutely phenomenal. This is the 3rd year, and we may not have increased the participation in schools and manufacturers from last year, but just for reference, last year we got about 20,000 votes, public votes in, and how much did we have? Wasn't it 46? Oh my God, I can't even believe it. 46,000 votes. It's incredible. All right, and I will not rattle all those names off because 14 schools and 14 manufacturers, that is a mouthful. I can only thank the manufacturers who have participated. I'm just counting on you that you'll be back next year so we can offer this service to a lot of you. And with that, I'll give you a theme because I have a challenge for you as the people in attendance. Because as a manufacturer, we try to generate the career pipelines from high school to college students. I liken the process to this picture. This picture, it may be bad for you to see, but it depicts a rock on which trees grow, surrounded by trees. And I liken our little process and progress of the manufacturing lines kind of sort of to those trees. We have a good reason to be there. We went from this little germ, from a germination to a full-blown, not a full-blown tree, but we're there. We have a purpose. And we'd like for this to carry on. And we challenge you to help us with our purpose because I call it the yes and. Because what if it is possible for you to consider a career in manufacturing, learn and earn, and get a post-secondary education, get an apprenticeship if you're good with your hands. But one key challenge that I have for you is look at manufacturing, look at working with your hands as a career path, something to be proud of. I know many of folks who rose through the ranks that they're crushing it nowadays in office careers, but they started out at the shop floor. And that might be one last challenge I have for you is of you children or parents, do you have a show of hands of where you already know that you're going to be destined for and pursue a college degree? Are you brave enough to raise your hand? Yeah, one, couple, all right. Last time, and we've had it again this year, a lot of the children that we had and their parents, they actively were pursuing college careers. And I tell you, I'm not going to keep you from going there. We have excellent colleges, partnering colleges who do this kind of thing. The Delaware County Community, plenty. If that is what you are destined to do, go do it. This is the country to do it. If you are not sure, because my daughter just went to college and she was blessed enough to go to Germany where college is free, but she is devastated herself in saying like, Dad, 50% of my classmates that went to college are back at home. Or they have changed the major. They're on to the next college. It is a burden, a financial burden, and I would like for you guys to have a career that you're not only proud of, but I'd like for you not to start your working career with a lot of debt. That is not something that is going to help you really get a jump start. What if it is possible? And this is kind of like what we devote our time to, creating that yes environment and saying, we start here out in manufacturing. This is why we bring you into organizations and show you the office and the back, the production area. So with that, keep that challenge in your mind, keep us in your thoughts, and when you're ready to take a break from college, maybe you come back, because that's what we're here for. So with that said, I'm going to give it back to Chris, because after all this talking, are you ready to see the videos? I am. Thank you.
Thank you, Ralph. So before we move on and get to the videos, I don't know if anybody got a chance to try some of the desserts that were out there, but I kind of wanted to let everybody know and say a big thank you to the Technical College High School. Their students prepared all those desserts, plated them, and served them, and they were wonderful. And if anybody knows what those blue things were called, please let me know, because I want to get some more of them. So students, I really want to talk to you now. We've talked a lot about manufacturing, and we've talked a lot about businesses in Pennsylvania, and specifically Chester and Delaware counties. I want to talk to you for a moment. The reason we run this program, the reason you are here, is Pennsylvania right now is projected, or the United States is projected, to lose close to 2 million manufacturing jobs by 2025, which will only be a couple of years after you graduate from college or wherever you decide to go for post-secondary school. Pennsylvania alone, manufacturing is a $75 billion impact on the state to the good. Between salaries, between satellite businesses, the places where manufacturing jobs go for lunch, that all counts towards it. If we start losing these jobs, if we can't fill these jobs, it'll be devastating to our state. And it's one of the reasons we run this program, and one of the reasons we're so happy that you participate in it, and we hope that you would consider this a career choice going forward. The question always comes up, how do you solve the problem? And this program that is run is how we start to solve the problem, to dispel the rumor of manufacturing as a dark, dingy, sweaty, as Ralph described it when he used to see his friends in the steel mill, labor-intensive job. Manufacturing, what we need now we need the brightest, we need the smartest, we need the people that want to make something, but in an intelligent way, with good thought, people that can solve problems, people that can take what Senator Dinniman said as customized mass production. And it's very important that we get our talented young people involved in that. So that's why we wanted you guys to participate, and we're so happy that you did. So for those who are not familiar with the program and how it worked, these students are all 8th grade students. They are from middle schools across Chester and Delaware County. Together with their teacher coaches, they received a GoPro camera kit, and they went out and they were all, on the previous slide you saw, they were all linked up with a manufacturer in the region. They spent a day at that manufacturing plant, and their task is create a brief video that shows what's so cool about the manufacturing plant that they went to visit, that highlights what they took away from it and what they find exciting about it, so that we can share that with the rest of the world. So in a moment, we're going to view some of those videos. We've got a couple little vignettes where we've mashed the videos up together. Before we do it, if there are any of the volunteer judges or reviewers here that help look and judge some of these videos, anybody here, if you could stand up for a second, we'd like to say thank you to you. Okay, now, I think we should probably do a raffle first and then look at the video. You guys ready? You get your raffle tickets out, and I will get the fishbowl. Okay, ooh, we got the Wawa gift card for ticket number. Oh, maybe that guy at Walgreens was right when he asked me for my AARP card today. 679538. $538. Yep. Okay, so for the next ticket, I was questioning sugaring up a bunch of 8th grade students and then making them sit for an hour. So to follow that up, we're going with a Starbucks gift card. 679551. And we have a Walmart gift card. 679529. That guy's disappointed. 529. Oh, here she comes. So we'll wait a minute until Patty comes back down before we dim the lights, so I don't injure her accidentally by turning them off. We're going to show you a compilation video. We have a couple of them tonight that's going to show you some highlights from some of the videos these students created at the different schools.
We are here at Omega Design Corporation as we try to figure out what is so cool about manufacturing. Now please join Dale, Emery, Stan, and me, Leo Serini, as we go inside and figure it out.
I've been here 27 years. I got to collaborate a lot with engineering and with customer service and with our service guys and just to make sure that whatever they need is being made in a timely fashion. I went to Phoenixville High School, and then I went to technical school for machine shop, and then I worked at a bunch of places.
What's so cool about manufacturing is you look for a problem, you use your ingenuity, your creativity, and your skills to solve that problem in a collaborative manner that not only helps a company like Omega, it helps our local economy, it helps our national economy. Manufacturing is critical to the success of our economy, and it's a lot of interesting, rewarding, family-sustaining careers available in manufacturing.
I'm the CEO of Nielsen Kellerman Company, and I have been working for the company for almost 30 years. I've been CEO for 10 years. NK will be 40 years old next year. NK was started in 1978 by two people who had a new invention to make a audio amplifier for rowing boats. They pretty much started the business right away. I think it was about a year from when they had the idea to when they first sold a new product. I think they started in about 1978, sold their first product in late 1979.
We're the Owen J. Roberts Steam Group, and we went to Bender Incorporated to find out what's so cool about manufacturing.
The company Bender originated in Germany in 1920, but for the last 65 years, Bender has been serving worldwide in many areas of technology. Bender has products to help in electrical safety, ground fault protection, ship and shipboard power, many forms of power systems, and so much more. The worldwide network of Bender contains approximately 50 offices, all working towards the same goals of technology and its improvements. Many of the products Bender creates are used in everyday places and scenarios. Owen J. Roberts Middle School went to Bender to find out what's so cool about manufacturing.
What is so cool about manufacturing? Well, what's so cool about manufacturing is that you can create something and help provide a product to the customer for a specific application.
And that's what's so cool about manufacturing.
Penn Machines extended an invitation to us, the Springton Lake Middle School Video Club, to visit their factory to learn more about the manufacturing process. Penn Machines is a family-owned and operated machine shop. Penn Machine manufactures specialty piping products on a short lead time basis.
What's so cool about manufacturing is the fact that we get in raw material in the shape of a bar, and at the end result, it is a high quality product that gets installed and is used every day. And it literally all starts just from a little hunk of material, and it either got cut into a billet and machined straight from the bar, or it got melted down in our furnace at Drop Forge, turned into a forging using a hammer, and then got machined out that way.
What I do like about my job is working with each one of the employees every day in different areas, and I like going out and telling them about our company as well.
Welcome to Onexia!
This is so cool. Come on!
My name is Greg Selke. I started this company in 1984. There are really two primary parts to Onexia. On the one hand, we operate as an industrial controls distributor, which means that we represent a number of different manufacturers who make products that are really useful for machine automation. These things include servo motors and controls, machine safety devices, robots, and other things like that. The other portion of our business is where we design and build custom machines, custom automated machines for our customers. And these include the products that we sell and the robots, along with a lot of other components.
That was really great work. We'll see more of that later. We have some more videos we're going to share with you as well. So tonight we have several awards that we're going to present, but I do want to say to the students that, you know, whether you take home an award or not tonight, the purpose of this was to get you excited, get you a little invigorated about a possible career choice. And I think everybody in this room is very proud of the work done by all the teams. I know I've looked at all the videos. I'm very proud of your teacher coaches for taking this on outside of the normal things they do, educating you every day. And it was very successful just to see so many schools participate and enjoy it. So tonight we have awards for outstanding editing, outstanding videography, whatever that is, outstanding creativity, outstanding manufacturing message, the outstanding marketing plan, and the coveted Viewer's Choice Award. So, if your school happens to be announced, we would ask the students from that school, their teacher coaches, and the manufacturing facility that they went to, please come down. We can present your award to you, and yes, we're going to take your picture, and we will share that with you, I'm sure, down the road. So, presenting our first award tonight for the outstanding manufacturing message, you just saw the owner of the company, Greg Selke, on the screen. Please welcome Winexia. You have to announce it. Did you watch the Oscars? That was practice.
I did not watch the Oscars, but this is better, isn't it? They didn't have the pressure of a snowstorm coming, right? All right, so the outstanding manufacturing message, and the winner is Kennett Middle School in Azurin, USA. Come on down.
We don't have a Best Actor award. Some of them would definitely be able to get one.
All right, congratulations.
The second award we're going to give out tonight is for the most outstanding marketing plan. To hand out that award tonight, we have representatives from Infiana and Malvern Bank.
And the winner for Outstanding Marketing Plan is Lionville Middle School, Winexia. Still not posted.
This was such a terrific group. Come on, look at me.
That's right.
We may need to come up with a name for these awards. Maybe call them the Ralphies or something. You know? Yeah, and the Ralphie goes to. Our third award is for Outstanding Videography. That award will be presented by representatives from Airzen.
And the winner is, if we can get this open. All right. Valley Forge Middle School and IFM Manufacturer. Come on down.
It is a good sign. It's a good poster. Okay, so before we do some more awards, and before we do the video clip, how about some more raffle tickets? Okay, we've got a Wawa gift card. 679548. And we have a caffeine card from Starbucks. 679530. 679530. Oh, there you go. And last, a Walmart gift card. 679537. Okay, let's take a look at some more of the videos.
Hi, I'm William.
I'm Wyatt.
I'm Parth. And I'm Ian.
And we're about to go see what's so cool about manufacturing.
Let's get there in a snap. Whoa!
We're here.
Yo, IFM Prover. We're here in Melville, PA. Let's go, guys.
Okay.
IFM Prover welcomed all of us. It had great hospitality and a great workplace for our employees. They showed us rooms in which they tested instruments, to the aisles where they made them, to the room where they came up with their ideas. The company really does show that it emphasizes a happy worker is a happy company. The ideas all start out in the development room, where items are being developed. Here we have a designer talk a little bit on how he makes prototype.
All right, my name is Joe Johnson, and my job title is Senior Process Engineer. I'll assemble it, wire it, program it if it needs a PLC program, function test it, make sure it meets the criteria that we've all agreed upon. I'll also, at some point in there, perform a risk assessment, because another important part of this job is making sure the equipment we put out on the manufacturing line is safe for our workers.
What's so cool about manufacturing at LASCO? With the recent bout of cold weather, we appreciate being able to warm up. Many people use fans and heating units to be comfortable when the weather is not cooperative. LASCO has been engineering and building great-looking, high-performance home comfort products in the U.S. and around the world for more than 100 years. Lasco Products was founded in 1906 by Mr. Henry Lasco. Henry's legacy was then carried on by his son, Oscar Lasco, until 2016. Lasco has employees with specialized talents in many different careers. They work in the sales and business offices, design and prototype department, product and process engineering, the production units on the factory floor, and in quality assurance or logistics. Oscar led a dramatic expansion of the company's U.S. manufacturing base. He opened facilities in Westchester, PA, Franklin, Tennessee, Columbia, PA, and Fort Worth, Texas.
From, and we quote the job. Once we have the job, once we get the order from them for the price that we agreed on, we then start the manufacturing process. And what we specialize in manufacturing is precision small parts. Not always metal, but mostly plastics.
The most interesting part of my job would be, I guess, setting parts up, because you're starting from scratch and you get to work your way through and make sure everything is, I don't know, you start from scratch and get to see a finished product.
Hey! Have you ever heard of New Way Air Bearings? No. Yeah, I think so. You have? Yeah, it's a really cool manufacturing fix that creates air bearings. Oh wait, I think I've heard of it. Don't they have a slogan that's like frictionless motion? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. How about we all go visit New Way Air Bearings and find out what's so cool about manufacturing? Yeah, let's go!
My name is Scott Rayburn. I am a machinist. Computer numerical control, so this entire machine is run via the computer. There is no hand wheels. It's enclosed and run by a PC, run by a CPU. And you can apply it to something that you can see and touch and hold, then it makes a lot of sense. And I've been doing this for about 30 years, so I've worked all over I have had my own shop.
Thank you very much. Sorry about that. Little weather update. It has started, but we promise we will get you out of here probably within the next 10 minutes or so, which in McHenry time is a win. So let's go with our next award now. This one is for outstanding editing and is going to be presented by the folks from IFM Effector.
Okay, so best editing, Springton Lake Middle School and Penn Machine Works.
Next year, we should just get 6 different signs made up. 'Cause our 5th award tonight is for outstanding creativity in the video. That award will be presented by representatives from John Rock.
And the award for outstanding creativity goes to Radnor Middle School and New Way Air Bearings.
Accepting the award on behalf of Radnor Middle School is Tracy Oberholzer. Okay, so everybody that won raffle prizes is probably really happy. But what they didn't realize is the last raffle is a brand new iPad. But we're going to do that one after we watch our 3rd video compilation. Because if I do it now, everybody will leave because of the weather.
What I find cool about manufacturing is making stuff. Pretty simple, but you have raw material that you can actually make some finished good products out of that benefit our customers.
We probably average around 70,000 pallets a week, and most we can get is probably 10 or 100,000 pallets a week if all the machines are pumping out with full production.
As far as sustainability is, we are part of a protective organization to make sure that when we're cutting trees down, new trees are being planted. If you look at a 50-year period, there are more trees now than there were 50 years ago. And we are aware of what the environment brings and what we need to do to keep that going.
The intended use, there's very scientific means to figure that out. Weight distribution, how it's going to be used, whether it's going to be racked or stacked, what goes on that product is a good matter of as for what material we actually use for that product.
Hi, we're here today from J.R. Fugate Middle School at the USSC Group in Exton, Pennsylvania to see what's so cool
about manufacturing.
We're a safety and survivability company, so we make seats for fire trucks, ambulances, buses, trains, and fire suppression systems for anything with an engine.
I love having an impact. I think what I do has been very impactful. I'm a finance manager, so I'm in the accounting department for manufacturing.
I am what you call a fabricating welder. What I do is I weld with different gases and different metals according to the specifications and prints that we're given. I like starting with small pieces and finishing with big pieces.
Test engineer, project engineer. Oh, hands-on, designing, computer design, and actually seeing it in real life.
Welcome to Indiana. What's so cool about manufacturing? Let's find out.
Indiana makes film for manufacturing.
We came from Kennett Middle School in Landenberg, Pennsylvania to Ayrton, USA, located 15 miles away in Coatesville to answer one simple question. What's so cool about manufacturing? However, we learned much more than we anticipated. In our time at Airzon, we learned that manufacturing isn't a dark, dirty, and dying industry, but one that is thriving and leading innovation in the 21st century.
I mean, you learn a lot. Every day you'll have a new learning experience.
There's nothing quite as rewarding as seeing something that you come up with and seeing it built and work.
Well, like I said, we're doing something different every day just about, and the people really make it.
While manufacturing has a certain reputation for contributing waste and pollution to our environment, it's clear that Airzon has set a new standard and is leading the charge in reimagining manufacturing as not only more profitable, but also more sustainable and greener for the next generation.
Okay, excellent job again. All the videos were wonderful, and it was great to see those little snippets of them. If you haven't had a chance to look at them, I'm sure they're still around, and you can go out and take a look at them. They're really wonderful. Excellent, excellent work by everyone. So now, Ms. Van Cleve has already had someone pull the number for us. This is the raffle for the iPad that I'm going to put down because I don't want to drop it. 679531. She's up there. Come on down. So now we're up to our last award of the evening. It's the Viewer's Choice Award. I mentioned earlier, 14 schools, teams of 8 to 10, 140 kids or so working on these videos. 46,000 different times somebody went in and clicked and voted, and that's pretty remarkable. I think the program's starting to spread and do well. So to present this, our platinum sponsor of this event is Cress. Cress, among working with other people and other organizations, works very closely with both the Chester and Delaware County intermediate units. It provides educational and behavioral health services for families, for students, and for schools. And welcome. Please.
46,000, that is really amazing. And the winner is Fugate Middle School and USSC Group Incorporated.
Hang on just a second.
So to wrap up again, there's been a lot of thank yous tonight. I want to recognize Patty and Tracy for the work they've done. Tracy was up making those sandwiches, and they were great. Congratulations to everyone. A big thank you again to the Manufacturers Alliance of Chester and Delaware County, the board of directors of that organization, all of the sponsors that helped put this night together and the whole contest together, the students, the teacher coaches. There's an awful lot of people that contributed it tonight, and we're hoping that it continues to grow and it continues to swell, and that next year it's even bigger and better. As I said, the weather has started, so please take your time. I just found out that Chester County offices are closed tomorrow, Pat. Pat Bakovitz here from Chester County, which also means that the Economic Development Council offices are closed as well. So travel safely and take your time. Thank you.